tell you right now, Tony. First off, good to see my man, Creative Tony, over in the mix. And by the way, I want to remind everybody, I got scolded. Well, not kind of scolded. I got scolded by Rags' brother, Brian, who I love very much. He's a dear friend of mine, too, just like Rags. Both of them. Both Rags brothers I'm down with. Anyway, when I was back in Jersey, Tony, in October of last year, when I went to New York, I was hanging out with my boys, went to Jersey, saw those guys. Brian told me, he just pulled me aside one night and he goes, "Hey, listen, we need to talk." I go, "Yeah." He goes, "It's about the show." I go, "Yeah, cool. What do you got?" And he goes, "Why don't you call Tony Creative Tony anymore? What's going on?" And I was like, I don't know. I hadn't even noticed that I stopped doing that. So I got to make more of an effort. The Jersey chapter of PMP wants more formal labeling of Creative Tony. So Creative Tony, that's for you, Brian. How you doing today, bro? And Rags, while we're on New Jersey, sorry, Tony, one last thing. Get your freaking snow shovel ready. Dude, I had the news on today. They're like, "Oh my God, epic storm hitting the freaking United States." It's like 35 states are about to get bitch slapped by a foot of snow. And Rags, I know you're right in the eye of the storm, so good luck. I hope you got your groceries, got your toilet paper. Actually, knowing Rags, Tony, maybe he needs his Goha all polished up and ready for the long weekend.
There we go.
Yeah, Rags will be putting that thing to work. But anyway, long-winded intro. Anyway, Tony, how you doing, brother? Creative Tony.
Paulie, did you say bitch slapped?
I did.
Okay, stand by.
Ah! Keep it coming. Ah! Yes, dude. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. It's Friday, everybody. Let's go. Ah! Dude, I told you, this is gold, man. It's gold. By the way, Tony, Creative Tony, you were in my dome last night. I was walking around the house, as I freaking do at all hours. I'm just walking around. And I was walking around last night, and you know what soundbite jumped into my head? And I think you've played it on this show, but I'm not entirely sure, so I got to ask you on the air. Do you have the Beastie Boys? Yo, Chico, man, shut the F up. Do you?
Dude, I did, and then it got erased, so I'll have to reload it. Let me make a note. I need
Chico. I'm just throwing that out there. I need Chico to come back.
Okay, well, since you mentioned Beasties, though, shut the bleep up, Chico, man.
Yeah, totally, dude. Give me some Chico.
But since you mentioned Beasties, though.
Drop. Okay, I'll take that. Yeah.
Paulie, this is episode 248, so let's go numerology. Numerology as we start the show, 248. So you can go 24 again.
Yeah.
Or you can go 24 and 8. Or
who's going first?
2 and 48. Why you go? Your numbers pop into your head all freaking day. So
I'll go first today, and I'm going to honor. This is when I first fell in love with the 49ers as a little kid in the 70s. These are the first games I ever saw. 1976. That was the first time I went to Candlestick Park. And the guy toting the rock in 76, 77, I think even at 78, he was a really good running back, ran for 1,000 yards. Shout out number 24, Delvin Williams, dude. Delvin Williams. He was a badass. You got to brush up on your Niner history if you don't know Delvin Williams. He really was a stud. He was a workhorse running back.
Love it.
He rushed for 1,000 yards in a 14-game season. So he was, And then, of course, obviously number 8 is going to be the left-handed Hall of Famer. I got to go Steve Young on this one. So Delvin Williams and Steve. Tony, you're up.
So, dude, I gotta go. I mean, if I can go back to number 2, I mean, are we sticking in around the Bay? I'd said Brett Butler.
Oh, I forget that you're always branching out. See, I always go specific to Niners, but you go anyway.
Number 2s. It's hard to think of jersey number 2s. So I'd have to go back to 24, and I have to go. How about, come on, people, this is crazy.
Oh, you talking about Rick? Yeah, Slick Rick. Yeah, sure.
Rick Perry, 24.
Yeah. Hey, people. Hey, people, this is crazy. So you know the worst part about that whole night, and by the way, how about the freaking jacket Rick was wearing that night? Like a Jim Morrison, with the beads and everything. It was like that. Anyway, I always felt bad for Chris Mullin. That was Chris Mullin's retirement jersey ceremony that night, and he got all mucked up with that whole thing. But anyway, sorry, Tony, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
No, that's a very good point, Paulie. But come on, people. Rick Barry, 24, and then 8, Steve Young, of course. You know, I'm trying to think of other good number 8s in the Bay.
What was that kid who played for the he was actually a really good quarterback, and he was Mark Brunell of the Jaguars was number 8. And he was a lefty. He went to an AFC championship, I think, one year, like 07, 06, something like that.
Yeah, he was a Washington Husky, dude. How about that?
Okay, good enough.
And then number 8 for the who was number 8 for the Raiders? Any good 8 for the Raiders?
Ray Guy, the Hall of Fame punter.
Guy, dude, God,
Ray Guy.
I'm a big fan of single syllable names.
Both first and last. Great guy. Yeah.
Like Milt May.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Now you want me? Now I got to think of somebody else. Dwight Clark. How's that?
Done.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to go Ronnie, you
Young.
could say
Bam Bam. That's your guy, Steve Young. You know,
Steve
bam.
Young. And if you don't want to go Ronnie, you could say Ron Lott.
Ron Lott. We call him Ron once in a while for comedy purposes only. All right, Creative Tony.
Yes.
Let's see. Oh, and I wanted to make a comment on the. Hold on, Stevie B's got me distracted. Who's on Warfield 92 on YouTube? What are you talking about? Pearl Jam? Talk to me, Stevie B. You and me. Talk to me. Anyway.
Yes, and Panda, Nikki DiFrancesco, Panda 48. Yes, Panda 48.
Yeah, good one. Good one.
Yeah.
Shout out to Panda hitting 3 bombs off of Verlander in the World Series. That was badass. Okay.
Also, you know who's another good 48? Sorry, Paulie. Sorry.
No,
But,
don't be. Tony, we're sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry. Yeah.
Dude, the Big Daddy Rick Russell was 48, dude.
Okay.
I was a Russell head.
Yeah.
I loved Rick Russell back in the day, man.
Oh,
Don't
Stevie
be
B
stuck.
talking Soundgarden. I'm sorry, Tony. You know, we're both talking about different things. I was shouting out Stevie B real quick. Soundgarden at the Warfield 92 must have been a great show. I saw Soundgarden. Stevie B, you'll like this being a Jersey boy. I saw, Rags, you'll like this too. Our dear friend, we just lost a friend in New Jersey a couple of weeks ago, a guy we graduated with, Rags and he was like the best athlete in our class, Dave Bowerbank, rest in peace. Anyway, Rags, I saw Guns N' Roses at the Garden with Bauer in 92, and Soundgarden opened on that tour. It was a good show. They were loud as hell. That's what I remember about Soundgarden. Louder than hell. Okay. Did you ever see Soundgarden, Tony? We don't rap a lot of Garden, you and I.
I never saw Garden.
Yeah.
Never saw Garden. I saw Pearl Jam at the Warfield, but I never saw Garden. Now, I'm getting called out on Rick Russell being 38 and not
You better brush
48.
up, dude. You better brush up on this, S.
And also, I apologize for not, but I love getting called out that no, he was 48. I'm looking at pictures of him. He's 48. Big Alan Chico, I love you, brother. He was 48. And I just saw a picture and Hunter Pence being number 8 for the Giants, dude.
Hey, you know what? Just to be an equal opportunity employer. Oh, I lost it already. Arkansas Dave had a NASCAR guy who was, I guess his car was number 48. I saw it go flying by. Anyway, Arkansas Dave, much love. And I love a little NASCAR reference on the PMP show. We don't get a lot of those. You don't see Creative Tony and I talking about like changing tires in the pit. We don't usually go there. You know what I mean?
Hey, if you're an NCAA player, you're going to be looking like a NASCAR driver pretty soon because it just became legal for ads to be placed on college jerseys. It literally came down like half an hour ago.
Whatever happened to like student athlete? Like you know what I mean? Like they're not well, I don't know. Maybe they are pros. I guess technically if they're getting paid.
That's why Stanford and Cal athletes might struggle or they can't recruit players sometimes because of the academic needs and that are expected of them.
Academic needs. Hey, Tony, which one of your 2 kids would be more likely to satisfy those, as you say, academic needs at Stanford? If you had to guess, if one of your kids is going to wind up in which great school, obviously, but which of the 2 is more likely? I think I'm going Olivia on this one. Just gut reaction.
But by the way, they both had identical GPAs for the first semester this year, so I was like, "Let's go!" You know, and also
you want to show it off a little? I would love to hear, unless it's something you don't want to promote.
No, they had all A's and 1 B each.
Look at you. Where'd they get the B's?
Where was the B? I think Dom's might have been handwriting.
Did you, Tony? I know Tony's a disciplinarian, very old school. Did you take the belt to him to straighten him out about that B? Did you get the belt on? Yeah.
Dude, I go Kane. I go old school.
Yeah, or just like put their hand on a hot oven, stuff like that, just to remind them. I need an A next time. We're kidding, you guys. We're frigging kidding. You know that. Okay, Tony. Let's get into the meat of the show. What?
I love it, dude. I love it. We're riffing canes and
we're talking about child abuse right now. We're turning that into comedy on the Paulie Mac Particle Show. A little child abuse for you on Friday, right?
No, Paulie, this is me to Dom, my son Dom, last night.
100%. And then, Tony, you also told him, listen, I enforce the law in this house any way I can, right or wrong.
Right or wrong.
Yes. Yeah. And by the way, my new favorite fun game that's never been played before, it's sitting here. It's on ice, dude. Right or wrong can get busted out today. We'll see. We'll
I
see.
love having when Paulie has things on ice. Good things happen.
You know what I'm talking about. I got him on ice, T. I got him on ice. Remember that?
I know from experience when Paulie has things on ice, good things happen. So
I told you I got blanks on ice in here, man. I got blanks on ice, and I go, and I can't get too specific about this because you guys, but it was a long time ago, and I told Tony, I'll fill. This is just for me and Tony right now. Do you remember then? I said, Tony, I'll fill this room with blanks.
Yes.
And I did, and I did.
Wow, and then there was a story about a park bench, and
I got the hell out of Dodge too. I was gone. I was like Rob Halford in Living After Midnight. Then I'm gone. Tony woke up. Where is he? Oh, he left.
Maybe someday in our tell-all book, Paulie will share
that's a great story. I remember getting a cab on Polk Street, dude, at about 7 a.m. I was looking for a cab. I'm not kidding. I got in a cab.
Dude, Rags says that I had my junk on ice after I got snipped, and you're right, Rags. And dude, the bag of frozen peas. Do not go with ice. Get a bag of frozen peas.
Why? What's wrong with ice? What's wrong with
the ice? Doesn't the peas are like ball bearings? They kind of cradle. They cradle.
I don't like this. I don't like. Gross. I don't like the image of Tony's junk getting cradled by peas.
No, you just sit on it. You just like Fonzie said, sit on it, Paulie. So I sat on a bag of frozen peas. So it's
okay. Fair. Hey, listen, fair enough, Tony. Fair enough. Listen, why don't we handle some PMP business, and then I want to start talking about Christian McCaffrey, who just was named the NFL Comeback Player of the Year. I want to talk about that, but let's handle our business. I see we got super flying by.
Oh yeah, it's business time. Trying to say it's time for business. It's business time. Ooh.
All right, dude. We don't need no stinking badges. What's up, Greg?
Badges. What's happening, bro?
He says, "Are you guys real or deep fakes? Please keep your clothes on." Okay.
I don't know what's going on with that one, but no, I assure you that I am the real McCoy, and Creative Tony is authentic as the day is long. So yeah, we're legit.
Yes, we are legit. And Greg, I know you are too, brother. Keep that costume coming next time we see you, dude.
Thank you, Badges. Always a pleasure. Yeah.
Carlos De La Fuente, PMP, Los D. He says McCovey number 44.
4 plus 4 is 8. Dude, I like this. We're getting trippy with it now. We're getting trippy. Only a mortgage guy. That's right. Los D is a numbers man. So he sees the world numerically. I actually like that line of thinking. And by the way, Los D, you and I, and Los D and I have a lot of similar reference points. We're like old school San Francisco guys, and you and I haven't talked a lot of McCovey, Los, but we will. Next time we hang out, we should talk to McCovey. I love the man. Adore him.
Is he your favorite Giant of all time?
He's one of them. I mean, Tim Lincecum is right up there, way up there for me. As a kid, I idolized Jack Clark. I got Jack Clark's baseball right there. Keep it right near me all the time.
That's Fandango, by the way.
Fandango by ZZ Top. Yeah. Yeah,
nice.
Great record. Highly recommended if you've never heard Fandango. One side is live, the other side is studio. Everything on there smokes. Everything.
You're 100% correct, Paulie. Yeah. And then we've got, thanks for the super Los, and I love that way of thinking. My kids' jersey numbers they try to get 44 on every team because they were born on the 4th. Both of them were born on the 4th, February 4th, April 4th. So
shout out Ron Kovic, also born on the 4th of July, Tony.
Yeah.
Ron Kovic. You've seen it, right? Yeah. Oliver Stone. Come on, what are you laughing at? It's a good movie.
Didn't see that coming. That's all.
Yeah, well, you said born on the 4th, so I'm shouting out Kovic.
This is true. Born on the 4th. Yeah, shout out Kovic all day. Corinne Sartorio, my fellow Manhattan fan. Fred Warner and Alden Smith wore 48 as rookies.
Love it.
Phenomenal.
While we're doing weird stuff like that, Corinne, check this out. Did you guys know or remember this? Brad Magin has a couple of photos of this. Our friend, the photographer, he's renowned Sports Illustrated Niners. Brad Magin, he's all over the place. He has pictures of ready for this? Ronnie Lott as a rookie, I believe in the preseason only, wore number 24. How about that?
That's
Ronnie
right.
Lott. Yeah, he wore number 24 original, which would have worked for today's equation, I think. We were looking for 24s today.
We were looking for 24s, and God, if we ever get to episode 420,
we will. That's going to be a doozy. That might have to be the time we like draw a drink. Well, yeah, and we put like a curtain up so Kron can't see us that day. But we might, you know what I mean? Just like a veil. Just like we'll put a veil up, and we're gonna have to celebrate Mother Nature's gifts as only we can on the 4th show. That's a long ways off, though. That's a long ways off.
Herb.
Yeah.
Herb is a plant.
So
Herb is a
shout out. Oh yeah, you want me to? Here we go.
Herbs are good for everything.
Herbs are good for everything. Shout out to Rod Brooks and I, who did a show back on the Ticket 1050, and we did the Bong Olympics, where people called up and we timed how long they could take rips on the phone. It was back in the day, in the wild west of radio. Could never be done today.
You know what's crazy about stuff like that? Tony's telling the truth, and our management at that time was encouraging that kind of behavior. That's how it was. It was a totally different time and place. The climate was so much looser, and they wanted us to push it. They wanted us to be like the edgy alternative to the KMBR programming, and we did. We took about as far as we could take it, man. Back then, in fact, you're talking about bongs on the air. I remember and this guy was a friend of mine too. I know he's still out there. He pops in every now and then. Stoner dude, the famous Stoner dude. He would call all the shows, but when he would call the Talk Raiders or whatever, he would start the conversation with a bong rip and then end the call with a bong rip. He'd be like, "Okay, you guys, before I go," and then he would just like pull a massive tube. I know a lot of you remember Stoner dude. Great human being too. Great guy.
Great guy. Yeah, I've seen him on Instagram Live. He's checked in on Instagram Live before watching the show. So thank you, Stoner dude, for checking in. Paulie, dude, I don't know where you want to go first, but I think we should go right to our guy CMC.
Me too. Yeah, I teased that. I want to talk CMC. So first thing I will tell you, Tony, and for those of you who haven't heard, Tony brought it to my attention this morning, is that CMC officially has won the NFL Comeback Player of the Year. Now, this is cool because it's a very prestigious list with the 49ers. He joins two other former 49ers who have now retired, who have also won Comeback Player of the Year award. Tony, I'd like you to name them both. Go.
Joe Montana is one of them.
No,
it's
right in front of you, and it's a connection between you and me too. Think about it for a sec.
Offensive or defensive? Offensive?
Well, I'll say he's a defensive player.
Okay.
First one. 1999. I'll get specific. 99.
Oh, BY.
BY. You're cheating. I saw you looking at the board. That was a cheat.
No, I didn't look at the board. I swear to God, I just said when you said 99, and you said, then you said the connection between you and I, BY.
Yeah, because Tony and I were at the game together when BY broke his leg. It was awful. And then came back the next year. Tony started every game, led the team in sacks. I mean, the guy, I freaking love BY so much. Anyway, he was a Comeback Player of the Year in 99. And then there's one more. He's another 49er that you and I love, and he won it in 2001. Name it. Offensive guy. You and I love this dude. We love this dude.
Garrison Hurst?
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn it. Yeah. So CMC in 2025, Bryant Young in 1999, and Garrison Hurst in 2001. That's a list of three of my favorite Niners of all time right there. But it's nice for CMC because he's probably not going to win. Yeah, there's Garrison right there. The Comeback Player of the Year, man. Circa 2001. What a badass he was. I love that dude. God. Hey, just so Niner fans know this, I'm going to throw this out there. Leave that picture up for 1 second. Just in case, and I'm sure a lot of you do know this, but just in case there are some diehard Niner fans out there that don't know this, that guy right there, Garrison Hurst, just so you know, he spent a lot of time at Dwight Clark's side when Dwight was really starting to decline, and he was basically in bed round the clock, and Garrison was at his side for weeks, if not months. And a lot of that is documented in Matt Mayoko's book, Letters to 87. If you have a copy of that, if you don't, I recommend it. It's a really beautiful book. People that had written letters to Dwight Clark, Matt Mayoko published all of them, and they're really beautiful. And there's some pictures of Garrison at Dwight's side in that book that you guys they're very touching. So just to tell you what kind of man he is, you know what I mean? Never leave a friend hanging, even in those circumstances.
And he couldn't have been nicer when we talked to him, when we took this photo and hung out with him for a little bit. Just one of the nicest guys. And again, still in great shape, man. Looks like he could pound the rock through.
Look at the traps on this guy, bro. Look at the freaking upper body. He's still ripped. These guys, I admire these guys so much. I really do.
Hey, by the way, Paulie, to shout out Aaron Kask, he says, if Garrison Hurst doesn't get hurt in that playoff game against Atlanta, I think the Niners win that game. And who knows from there? And dude, I couldn't agree more, Aaron Kask. I thought the same thing, and I still think it now. So great call, Aaron Kask. I couldn't agree with you more, bud.
Yeah, that was a and that was the week after we finally beat the Green Bay Packers with Brett Favre. That was the Steve Young to T.O. game. And then the following week was the game in Atlanta. And Garrison went down. It was the opening series of that game. He broke his ankle, and that was it. We were done right there. We were freaking done.
And also, wasn't the Jets run in overtime the first week of the season? Was that the
correct?
First
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Garrison, man. Yeah.
In
Dude.
overtime, no less. In overtime.
He's another guy. Remember I said if I saw somebody in a Harry Sydney jersey, I just go run up and give him a hug and not even tell them my name or anything. I just hug them. I would, if I saw somebody in a Garrison Hurst Niner jersey, I'd do the same thing.
Couple of things about Little J real quick. I saw Little J post a couple of comments today. One, he said, guys, don't forget number 24, Harry Sydney. Little J, I wanted to let you know I shouted him out yesterday. I'm a huge Harry Sydney fan, bro. I'm a legit fan. And then number 2, I saw this like before we started the show. Little J was on here dropping, I think he was dropping a Let's Go Rams, and then I saw pushback from other people. So tell me about this poll. Where's the poll? Because I think they're all talking about the poll. Talk about that.
Originally, we were going to do the poll on StreamYard, but that requires us to add another platform called Kahoot or
blank
Kahoot.
that. No, blank that, dude. We don't have time for more platform. I'm all platformed out. You know what I mean? Yeah, I really am, dude. I've had my fill of platform. The only platforms I need are the platform boots that Paul Stanley wears when he goes on stage. Those platforms I'll take. I'm done with all the other platforms.
Dude, or the platform boots that maybe Bad Bunny's going to wear at halftime of the Super Bowl. But
well, I wouldn't even call those platforms, Holmes. Let's get specific. He's wearing high heel lady shoes, flat out. And you know what? I'm here for that.
Go for it.
Come on, bro. Chuck them on. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, those aren't even platforms, though. Those are legit.
Those are like heels. Yeah.
100%. Spike heels, man. Yeah.
We talked about wearing dresses on, was that Monday, Tuesday, whatever day that was this week?
We're talking about dresses. And also Miriam, what's happening? My good friend Miriam, she's saying, I think Prince wore platform boots. 1,000%. 1,000%. He used to wear the spiked heels. He did all the time. Yeah.
Wasn't Prince like 5'4"? Or I think he was like
something like that. I think that might be stretching it. You might be giving him an inch or two. I think he was a solid 5'2", 5'3". I remember when Ronnie Lott was telling us on the Murph and Mac show years ago about Prince. This might have been when Prince passed away. Ronnie was like, man, I saw Prince when I was in USC. And he goes, and one of my friends was like, hey, man, we got to go see this guy. He's playing at the Roxy. And Ronnie goes, man, I walk in there. This guy comes on stage. He's wearing a garter belt and high heel shoes. And Ronnie was like, but man, when the music started, I was blown away. Do you remember that Ronnie Ronnie talking about seeing Prince was epic stuff, dude. Epic stuff.
And by the way, just Prince was always wearing heels and like big, tall heels because he was short, but I think he was suffering from like hip issues and was taking medication, and that led to his passing, which is really sad. But man,
I'm only laughing because he was taking medication. That's one way of saying it. No, he was like pounding pain pills. Yeah, it's like poor bastard. But you're right. No, a lot of that was a result of his hip problems, which happened because of his high heels. He would jump off the amps and stuff wearing spiked heels. It can't be good for your back, your hips, any of that stuff. Yeah.
And by the way, I saw him once in San Jose. Phenomenal show, but I've never seen somebody stick their ass into the jumbotron or into the camera more than him. And the great glutes. I mean, like Escobar's glutes, great glutes.
Well, if you want to have an ass off, I'm ready. I'm here to retort because I wasn't at the gig, so I'm sure he was going glutes out most of the gig. But let me just gently remind you that when David Lee Roth left Van Halen and he did that first solo album with Yankee Rose. Yeah, I'm talking about a Yankee Rose, dude. He literally at one point in that video takes his cheeks and just stuffs them in the camera. Like, do you remember that? And starts like wiggling his cheeks, and it's like that's all you see is Dave's ass right in the camera. Like, and he's making no bones about it. Anyway, I'm just saying he's not the first. It's been done. Prince.
Oh no, definitely, dude. I totally agree with you, and I would pick Dave if it wasn't for my love of this man. If you can see that, there you go. Can I get?
Wow, dude. Hey, listen. You know what I would say? Leave that up there for a second because I want to say this just to like update anybody's sensibilities that's like kind of freaking out about this because I know there are people in our community who are Bad Bunny fans. I know Noemi is a fan, and I got Noemi's back no matter what. But people are like, oh my God, he's gonna wear a dress. Oh my God, he's gonna wear a high heel shoe. Dude, look at what we grew up with. How are we going to criticize him? Look, Prince just cheeks out, dude. Cheeks out. And guess what? I was fine with that too. You know what I mean? You want to go cheeks out, you go cheeks out. I'm here for whatever you want to do. Yeah.
how do you not support that right there? I completely support that.
Yeah.
Prince all damn
By
day.
the way, can you put that back real? I just looked something up real quick. Put that back up. Hold on. I'm picking up other like subtleties of that photo. So, I'm just going to let everybody know.
There's like an orgy going on behind him.
That's what I was going to say. You got like lovemaking. It looks like a threesome, matter of fact, going on. It looks like, Tony, if I may, it's a Friday. We're all feeling loose. Nah, you know what? I'm going to back off. It's a little much. I had something that's funny, but it's too much. But yeah, it looks like they're about to enjoy like a what you would call on the streets, Tony, a menage a trois.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's already being enjoyed. I think they're mid-trois, if you want to say.
Yeah, they're already involved with the trois. Yeah, they've
totally.
gone from the menage right into the trois. Yeah,
but I will say, I think it was Arkansas Day. It was like, there's your halftime show, Bad Bunny instead of Metallica. Fair point, Arkansas
I'm sorry,
Dave.
say that again. What about Metallica?
He said, there's your halftime show referencing Bad Bunny instead of Metallica. And I say that's a fair point. But thank goodness Green Day is also going to be performing on Super Bowl Sunday, I think, opening up for Bad Bunny at halftime. So
I actually sympathize. I'm with you guys on the Metallica thing.
Yes.
I'm with you guys on that. First of all, Metallica, even if they're not your cup of tea, that's totally fine. I get it. They're loud, they're fast, they're freaking nuts, man. Their music is very intense and heavy. I'm a fan. I've been a fan for my whole life, basically, since the band started. But I get it. But here's what I would say: if you're the NFL maintains, well, we try to pick the most relevant, most popular artists. Guys, are you aware? Metallica sells out stadiums around the world. It's not like they're big. They're bigger in like Brazil and Spain and like Russia. I mean, Metallica is a global brand, so I don't buy that whole thing from Goodell. Well, I just think they object to the kind of music they play. I think it's as simple as that. They're just too heavy, flat out, too heavy.
Which is have them be a part of the show. They don't have to be the whole show.
Right.
And then, hey, Bad Bunny, why don't you learn freaking Through the Never? Okay. And then you can join
Through the Never.
Twisting, turning through the never.
Through the never. Yeah. Through the never. Yeah. By the way, I got to say, too, you know what my idea was, and I said this, that I remember we talked about it on the show like last year when they announced that it's coming back to Levi's. I said, if the Bay Area, especially now with Bob Weir passing, you could do a whole halftime show easily about the rich musical legacy of the Bay Area. You could. How about this, Tony? How about this? I'll revise the whole halftime show right now. Here it comes. For starters, we just lost two of the most brilliant musicians of the last 100 years, in my opinion, with Sly Stone and Bob Weir. They're both Bay Area guys. You could have a Sly Stone jam. You could have a Grateful Dead jam. And then you go into Journey. And then you go into Journey. Who was the other one I was going to say? Carlos Santana. And then you go into Metallica. Like, in other words, show off all of the richness of our and how varied all the musical styles are. Santana's a long way from Metallica, but I guarantee you there's mutual respect right there. In fact, Kirk Hammett probably hangs out with Santana. They're probably boys. Wouldn't surprise me. So that's my idea. Bay Area showcase.
Here's the thing, too, is I want everybody to know I'm not anti-Bad Bunny. I don't think Pauly is either. And I'll watch the halftime show. I'm sure it's going to be good. I really do. I'm sure it's going to be good. And also, I believe he's Puerto Rican, so repping the Puerto Rican PMP Army, Noemi Catalina. So let's go Bad Bunny and Noemi. But I do think that they could have acknowledged having Metallica be a part of it.
And I do know this for a fact. As you guys know, we have friends in the Metallica family. They're pissed off about it. Yeah. They're genuinely pissed off. They're like, what the hell? Like, what have you guys, have you ever heard of us? We've sold about 300 million albums. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe look into us sometime. By the way, Aaron Kask saying, how about we combine the two? Aaron Kask goes, give me Bad Bunny singing Creeping Death in Spanish.
Done.
I'm in.
Done.
I'm in. Yeah.
Done. And by the way, Escobar Cheeks the third also repping the Puerto Rican.
Nice. Okay, Cheeks. Absolutely, dude. Wave the flag, man. Pause. I got your back for Puerto Rican pride, 100%. Oh, by the way, sorry, one more thing.
Yeah, I got something too.
I got, and I know you guys all know about this, or at least most of you do. Noemi, I always think about you. I think about Noemi when I see, because there's two things in San Rafael that makes me think of Noemi, and now Escobar too. I don't think I knew Escobar was Puerto Rican, but it's good for me to know that. So first off, there's like a swing dance, and I know I told Noemi about this. They have like a swing dance boutique fashion store where they have all the kind of styles that Noemi likes. And then number two, a couple days ago, dude, for the first time in a while, I walked right into freaking soul food on what is that, on Lincoln, I guess, in San Rafael. They have that side store now. They got the sit down area, but then like 2 doors down, they have like a takeout place. And inside the takeout place, you want to see Puerto Rican pride. I'm not even kidding. Get in there. They got like homemade candles. They got homemade everything in there. Not only just the food. I'm just saying you can go shopping in there for stuff. So,
is there a picture of Bad Bunny on the wall inside?
I didn't see one, but maybe there should be. You know what I mean?
They should post the picture that we just showed, and I'll show it again because Robot Centaur checking into the show. Robot, we were talking about this a few minutes ago. About this, that what you just said, that yes, going to wear a dress, going to represent the LGBTQ community, and he's a hell of a performer, and he did a decent job in Happy Gilmore too as well. So like, I got nothing against Bad Bunny. I just would have liked Metallica to have been involved somehow, some way. I do like that Green Day's involved, and I mean, but it just Metallica's sitting right there.
And I like Green Day too, but I would humbly submit that if the NFL is basing this on like sales and relevance and popularity, and again, this is no shade on Green Day at all. I like that band. They're really good live. I think Metallica is a bigger band than Green Day, though.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, I don't know,
who knows what went on behind closed doors. And Green Day, the run that they've had is so freaking impressive, but so is Metallica's, right? Metallica's is, like you said, they're an international sensation, dude. So people, like you said, what was it? Yeah, you said this, Paulie. When we went to Levi's, you're like, hey, by the way, there's going to be flags from all over the world in the crowd. And then when Levi's was sold out, flags from a lot of different countries in the world, and it was very cool to see, man.
It's amazing. Yeah, that's an amazing thing. I've only seen that at a Metallica show, and I've seen pretty much everybody that's ever put a guitar on. I've seen them live at one time or another, and I've never seen anything like that, with the exception of being at a Metallica gig, because people they travel from Spain, they travel from Portugal, they come from all over the world, and they'll hold the flag up to rep their country. It's pretty amazing. It is. It's an amazing thing to behold.
So, Paulie, how about your guy CMC winning Comeback Player of the Year? Isn't that pretty bad ass?
I do. I think, and again, like I said, Tony, I happen to believe it's almost like not only is he totally worthy of that award, but I think it will also. Well, let me ask this question. Actually, this is a question. Will this placate your thirst for CMC to be acknowledged? Because he's probably not going to win the MVP now that he has that award. And I didn't think he was going to in the first place. But do you think that satisfies that need for it to be acknowledged for CMC?
Yes.
Me too. Yes, it's a great award. That's a prestigious award.
And it's it's kind of a no-brainer that McCaffrey was the MVP for the 49ers because of all the injuries they had and all the struggles they had all season long, man. So, and McCaffrey, by the way, 4 games last year. This year, 1,202 yards rushing, 10 rushing touchdowns, 102 receptions, dude.
He was their lead guy. He was their lead receiver. Yeah.
924 yards and 7 touchdown catches. So 17 touchdowns in total. I couldn't be a bigger fan of the guy. Honest to God, he's just a workhorse. The guy, like every time he comes off the field, he does not want to come off the field. It's like he's pissed he's coming off for a breather. You know what I mean?
I do.
I love watching that guy play. I hope that we see this kid Jordan James more next year to spell McCaffrey. I think the Brian Robinson Jr. experiment is over. I don't know if needs to return. He's a free agent.
I still haven't recovered from losing Jordan Mason. I wish we still had Mason, dude. He was a bulldozer, that guy, and he played really well for the where'd he go? The Vikings, right? He's a Viking now,
and he did well. He did well.
I know.
For the Vikings too.
I know. That's the one thing. I don't know what the reason for this is, but Shanahan, if you look at Shanahan's time in San Francisco, and we've had a lot of success with him, I'm a fan. I back him. I've said this before, but he goes through running backs, dude, like you and me go through freaking, cans of Rondo, the Thirst Crusher. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, way to bring Rondo back.
Bringing it back. Just came in. I don't know. I don't know where that came from, but you mentioned it, so let's do it again.
Rondo, the Thirst Crusher.
Yeah, and then at the end, he crushed the can. You remember he would squeeze the can at the end? Yeah, just like crushing the can. But Tony, like I was watching last night on Twitter. Somebody posted a bunch of Raheem Mostert highlights from the championship game where he galloped for 200 plus yards. I think it was 2019 over the Green Bay Packers. I'm like, damn, dude, Raheem Mostert. Like we've had so many running backs, good ones, kind of come and go. Eli Mitchell. I know some of these. Sometimes it's injuries. But sometimes I think he just likes to recycle guys. I don't know. Shanahan just runs these guys into the ground. Then he's like, yeah, get out of here. Then you're gone. You know,
I think that needs to be a definite like part of his off-season meditation, Paulie, for lack of a better word. Like when he thinks about all the things that he can improve on in the off-season, that needs to be one of them, about not using McCaffrey as much. And he's got this young kid in Jordan James who looks good and has a burst coming out of the backfield. And I'm like, nothing against Brian Robinson Jr., but like Brian Robinson Jr., I was talking about Garendo all year. Where's Garendo?
Dude, that's what NorCal Refrigeration just posted that. Where's Garendo? I don't know.
Garendo,
I don't know where he is.
And this kid James, like Shanahan has an eye. Lynch, they have an eye for running backs. Absolutely.
And it's the system too. I think the system, it benefits ground, yards on the ground like that. Yeah.
Yes. And I'm going to just totally take over the show real quick, Paulie, because I think this is going to entertain all of us.
Okay.
Okay. This is just can you see this, please?
I can. What the hell is this? I have no idea. Oh, nice. Rondo. Nice, dude.
These men are working up a Rondo thirst.
Dude.
When they get done, they're not going to want a soda they have to sip. They're going to want Rondo. Rondo's lightly carbonated, so you can slam it down fast.
Yeah.
Rondo has a clean citrus taste. It's never sticky. Rondo.
There it is.
A thirst crusher.
100%, Tony. Phenomenal pull, dude. That's why you make the big
Sorry.
By the way, don't tell me the 1970s wasn't like maybe the best decade of all time. You got stuff like this going on, dude. I mean, two guys in the woods, Tony, just getting after each other with staffs in karate robes. I don't know.
How about the post sip action from this?
With saliva flying, dude, spit flying. Yeah.
One more time, and then we'll let it trail out for.
This guy doesn't give it. It's a man's man right here. Yeah.
Here we go.
Rondo has a clean citrus taste that's never sticky.
Hey, T, any chance now? I'm gonna ask you to perform like a surgeon on this one. Any chance you could go back and freeze that as the spit is flying out of his face, so we can see the full cloud of moisture particles? Yeah, dude, that's what they were paying for back then. Yeah, I want a guy spitting all over the place in the woods. Make it happen. You know what I mean? Like, there he is, dude. That is a hell of a shot right there. Hell of a shot, dude. And by the way, how about don't tell me these guys weren't sitting in a conference room, probably smoking butts, doing lines of cocaine, and they're like, here's what I want. I want two guys like getting after each other in the woods with karate. I want guys jumping. I want like swords and sticks. I want guys spitting soda. Like that's
I love it. Dude. It's the freaking best. That's why I love the show Mad Men so much, was the drink cart that goes into every meeting that they ever have.
Yeah.
The drink cart.
That's how they used to do business back in the day. That was like my dad's era, man. All the offices would have bars in them, and it was considered impolite to not offer somebody a drink when they came into your office. Like, you want to drink? What are you drinking? What do you want? A vodka martini? Hang tight. You know what I mean? Right in the middle of a meeting. Maybe they should bring that back. Maybe we need that. Maybe it's time for the alcohol to come back to the workplace. I think I'm in for that. You know?
Do you think Rondo could make a comeback like Fresca is
I'll
making
tell you
a comeback?
Dude, I would try a Rondo and vodka on the rocks right now. It's probably a great drink. Probably a great drink.
Or a Rondo and tequila too, because I like my tequila. And I've been drinking tequila with Fresca, and it's delicious.
I told you I want vodka and Fresca about a month ago. It was delightful. Highly recommended.
Yeah.
Vodka on the rocks with some Fresca. You're going to be loving life. Hey,
shout
Tony,
out to all the citrus sodas out there, Paulie. The Rondos and the Frescas out there, Paulie.
Shout out if I could. I'm going deep on this one too. You'll be with me though. You're an old dude like me. Shout out Mellow Yellow. Do you remember Mellow Yellow? Yeah. Real thing. That was a citrusy soda for a while. Mellow freaking yellow. Yeah.
Totally, dude.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. That's a great call. As I totally derailed us from CMC. I apologize in the running game. So I do want Jordan James more action next year. I don't know what the future holds for Garendo. So we'll see about that. But I assume Brian Robinson Jr. will not return to the Niners. I'm guessing because he's a free agent. So we'll see about that. Oh, Squirt, dude. I just saw Beat LA says Squirt. Remember the soda Squirt, dude.
I do.
Squirt's still around, by the way. So is Mellow Yellow. Patrick Patton says Mellow Yellow is still around. So
hey, Tony, Squirt. You know what I mean? I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know. Let's call it
Rags' favorite drink. I think it's Rags' favorite drink.
Gotta be. It's gotta be Rags' favorite drink. Rags has a whole Squirt freaking, portion of the house probably, with tarps and stuff like that. All right, Tony, it's a very loose show today. Very loose show. Hey, Tony, I want to give some love to our supers, and then I want to give some love to Longbridge Pizza. I really want to do that.
Yes, some very good supers out there too, by the way. So stand by.
Trying to say it's time for business. It's business time. Ooh.
There we go. And it's business time.
Again. Sorry. Again.
For those of you that didn't see yesterday's show, that's reference to the slap video we pulled onto the show from Bookmarks of a player named Henderson for the Jaguars asking to be slapped by the trainer before he went out on the field. And that is the trainer slaps him twice. This is the second slap. And that's after he yells at the trainer saying
Come on, Joe. Yeah. I want some blood.
That's not good enough, Joe. That's not good enough, Joe.
Can we get a reprise? Can I get a Henderson reprise, a slap reprise, if you don't mind?
You can definitely get a Henderson reprise. I got to pull it up here. Oh my God, the Marlboro man.
Take your time. Take your time. I saw that. Put that in there. Where do you see the connection between the Marlboro Man and Sam Darnold? I'm not kidding. We got to put that up today. It's sick.
Okay.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Okay. Stand by. Okay. Here we go. Things are definitely loose today, and I love it. So stand by.
I do too.
Here it is. And for those of you who didn't see it yesterday, stand by. And this is our guy. Henderson. Here we go.
Oh, Joe, that ain't good enough. Come on, Joe. Thank you, baby. Thank you. You're making blood come from my damn mouth. That's what I'm talking about, baby. You got to make blood come to the mouth. You can't just smack me and don't hit me hard. That's bullshit. When you hit a motherfucker, you hit that motherfucker. Let's kick their ass, kick their ass. Let's go.
Bro, I don't.
Joe, that ain't good enough. Come on, Joe.
By the way, I want to point something else out. The more I see this again, the more I'm picking up on the subtleties. He's very far away from the locker room. Like he went way out of his way to get slapped.
Yeah.
Like it looks like the locker room is in a whole different wing of this stadium. He went into like the trainer's room, I guess, to get slapped. It's pretty impressive.
I'm assuming that John Henderson prefers that trainer's slap action. And maybe he's gotten slapped by other trainers that didn't give it enough. So I'm assuming he sought after that trainer and said, give it to me. Give it to me.
By the way, don't sleep on the comedy of Jamar Stamp, our boy. We saw him at the Primus gig a couple of weeks ago. He goes, by the way, guys, Jags probably got 40 burgered that day. Nice. They probably did. All right, Tony, super. What's up, Jamar? Good to see you, man. Let's do supers, and then I want to do Longbridge.
So first of all, Greg, we don't need us taking badges, is back with the second super. Thank you, Greg. He says, give me some Bugs Bunny, not Bad Bunny. Give me some Bugs Bunny. I'll go Hanna-Barbera and Bugs Bunny all day. I really will. The Saturday mornings as a kid.
The best. We had it good, dude. We had the Super Friends. You know what I mean? If you need that whole tip, you got, we got Magilla Gorilla. You know what I mean? Throw in some Grape Ape. Throw in some freaking Bugs. Of course, Bugs Bunny. I mean, Looney Tunes, Daffy, Bugs, Porky, the whole gang, all of them.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. I loved all of it. So my parents
would Aaron Cass. Sorry, Tony. I apologize. Now, you know what? Aaron Cass, me and you, we just went to a new level right there, dude. Hong Kong Phooey, #1 super guy. Dude, any chance you could pull up Hong Kong Phooey real quick? Hong Kong Phooey, #1 super guy. I was a Hong Kong Phooey guy. Let's get some Hong Kong Phooey real quick, D. on a
Oh
Friday.
my God, this is
On a
amazing.
loose Friday. Hong Kong Fooey, #1 super guy. Do you remember Hong Kong Fooey?
Oh my God, this is crazy.
I know
dude.
we're off the rails today, but good. It's got to happen once in a while. Quicker than the human eye, dude. Yes, funny. Yes.
Okay, stand by.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull it up.
We need to burn one and watch a few Hong Kong Fooeys, dude, back to back, few episodes.
Oh boy, here we go. Stand by. Freaking best.
Do you remember that, Tony? Are you old enough for that, or are you too young
Yes.
for that?
No, I remember that because my older sister, dude. I absolutely remember that Hong Kong Fooey. I haven't seen that in decades.
No, me neither. Me neither. Hong Kong Fooey. There was a few of those kind of obscure ones like that because that wasn't entirely mainstream, but it was out there. It was out there. It was like, the punk rock cartoon community kind of thing.
No question, Paulie. And I was a big Yosemite Sam guy. I loved Yosemite Sam.
Hey, Gravy. Sorry, Tony. Again, I apologize to you, Creative Tony. Every time you talk, I keep interrupting you. But the only reason I'm doing that is because the comments line is turning me on in a big way. Where did it go? Shoot, did I lose it already?
What he says about what? When he says,
I forget. Yes.
Yeah.
I was going to talk about Ultraman, dude. I want to talk about Ultraman. Dude, I was fascinated with Ultraman when I was a kid in San Francisco because all the kids loved Ultraman. And I remember I had a hard time finding out, like, where do you see Ultraman? Where is it even on TV? It was on, like, PIxx or I forget where Ultraman was on. But, yes, I do remember Ultraman. Totally.
Sure.
Were you an Ultraman guy, D?
I was not an Ultraman guy. I don't remember Ultraman. I mean, I loved.
It was like Japanese. It was like Japanese programming, and that's why it was hard to find. It was like on a Japanese cable station, or from my memory in the city in the 70s at that time. And it was like Japanese superheroes, basically. Ultraman. Yeah.
I love it. I love it all. And that was Saturday mornings. My parents sleep in, and we would just watch. We would pop waffles in the toaster and watch cartoons, man.
Well, you know what it is, Tony? I'm dead serious about this. Essentially, when we were kids, cartoons functioned like video games function now for kids.
Right.
Where, like you just hit the nail on the head. Mom and dad are still in bed. We're watching cartoons. Everybody's happy. Now it's like they don't watch cartoons, but they play video games to keep them busy that way.
Correct. Dude, how did we even get onto this? I don't
know, but it's one of the greatest detours we've taken of the whole year, dude. We're talking.
It was Greg's super. It was Stinking Badges super talking about give me Bugs Bunny instead of Bad Bunny. But again, I'm not like, oh my God, I can't wait to see Bad Bunny's halftime show. But I don't dislike Bad Bunny, and I think he's a talented dude, and I'm interested to see his halftime show. It's too bad that they missed the ball in not including Metallica in some fashion. It's just they missed the ball.
Or Bob Weir, or Sly Stone, or Carlos Santana, or Journey, or Steve Miller. I could go all day. Tony, throw Sleepy Sun up there. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Let Sleepy Sun do a psychedelic freak out jam and empty the stadium. They could probably empty the stadium if they did a Space Jam and just freak everybody out. You know what I mean?
That'd be the best. It'd be guys like Murph running for the bathroom. Hey, I'm gonna go get a hot dog. I'm gonna go get a
I'll see you guys about 40 minutes when Drums and Space is over. But then they came out of that with like What's Become a Baby. It only got weirder, dude. It was like there was no relief that night. It was the weird night. It was opening night was the trippiest night of the entire Fare Thee Well run. The whole
yes.
By
I totally
far,
agree with you.
by far. Yeah.
I totally agree with you, Paulie, but I'll never forget the look on Murph's face when they started Drums in Space. He's like, all right, I'm gonna
yeah. No, his space is not for everybody. It's not. You got to have your cosmic wings if you want to hang during space. All right, Tony. We still doing super?
Okay. Yeah, Noemi's a super. She says, can confirm no pick of Bad Bunny at Soul Food. Disappointing since he brought his whole entourage there a few years ago. Yes, Noemi, get it up on the wall. Somebody get Bad Bunny up on the wall. Come on.
It is disappointing. And I'm actually really surprised considering he went in there. You would think they would want to kind of commemorate that and take pictures with the chefs and all that. I can't maintain, though, the food is outstanding, Noemi. It was really, really good. And I got to tell you this, I love this. I've never talked about this on the show before, but the steamed white rice they have at Soul Food, it's incredible. They have some kind of, do you know what that sauce is, Noemi? We need to talk offline because I would love to make my rice that way. Whatever they're doing to their rice, it's the best I've had. It's so freaking good. And the ribs. Right. They got great ribs, too.
When you have rice made with coconut milk or something.
It is. It's something like that. Yeah. There's some kind of coating on it. It's so good and sticky. Man, it rules. Yeah.
Speaking of pictures at restaurants, whenever I go into House and Ann King, there's pictures of them with either Don Johnson or Keanu Reeves all over the place.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
great.
dude, yeah. Keanu's like a regular at Nanking, bro. He loves being. You know what? As the years go on, dude, I'm more and more supportive of Keanu. He seems like a really good dude.
Yes.
You know, he really does.
100%, dude. Next, super. Thank you, Noemi. Thank you, Greg. Aaron Cass says, guys, will that skirt adequately protect Bad Bunny from the substation? Dude,
Great tweet. That's high level, man. We'll find out. I don't know. We're gonna find out. Maybe I'll have a protective plate over the family jewels or something. Some kind of like lead, like they put on you when you go get an X-ray. They put that little metal apron on you or whatever it is, a lead menu apron. Maybe we got to give them one of those. Yeah,
dude. I mean, and by the way, the substation has gotten to the point where players are now commenting on it and agents are commenting on it, and so it's just the wheels are off on this story. It's gone. Like people laughed at it, people rolled their eyes, but now they have to address it. Like how John Lynch had to address it the other day, and Kyle Shanahan wanted to just. That's how we did Rondo the Thirst Crusher, because we thought Shanahan wanted to crush his coffee cup.
Great recall.
Like a Rondo the Thirst Crusher. Anyways, moving on. We don't need to think about just
moving on to other important topics. Yeah. Go ahead. Maybe too much information, but I recently received a squirt towel in the. Hey, listen, you know, whatever. I got your back on that, Bad. Just towel it up, man. Towel it up. You got to mop it up. You got to sop it all up. Okay. Keep going. This is a hell of a show today. Flag this one for best of. There's a lot of good laughs today, man. There's a lot of funny stuff going on.
This is good.
We got to listen. We still got to do hot and sour. We need to do our music assignment, and dude, we're like an hour in. Here we go again. We got to pick up the pace. We got to pick up the tempo here.
Yes,
and then
we do. Also, real quick, Paulie. Yeah, it's both of our faults. It's everybody's fault. That's why it all rules. Everybody takes part.
We're sorry. We're sorry.
Paulie, do you want to see Phillip Rivers as the head coach of the Buffalo Bills? Yes, no, or no? Paulie, Phil Rivers as the next head coach of the Buffalo Bills.
Right or wrong?
Dude, you stole my game from me. He's stealing my game. Right. I'm saying right. Why not? Old man, I roll with old man Rivers. You see him out there with the freaking Colts a couple of weeks ago, dude. Yeah. I roll with old man Rivers. Why not? I mean, why the F not? Let's see what happens. Don't forget, when Steve Kerr, I know it's a different sport, I'm just using it as a model example. When Steve Kerr took the head coach job at the Golden State Warriors, he had never coached before.
Right.
And I know he had a lot of talent up there and they wound up running rings and everything, but I'm not saying what's to say. Listen, maybe you try something unorthodox like that. I know Phillip Rivers, he's coached high school. He has a tiny bit of a coaching pedigree. I would give it a shot. Why not? Why not? Yes, I'm saying yes.
The same way that catchers and pitchers would make good coaches and managers, I think quarterbacks would make a good head coach because of how deeply involved they are with the entire flow of the game and each play, right? On offense, of course. But so I mean, there's no doubt that Phillip Rivers knows a crap load about the game of football and especially the quarterback position. I'd love to see how far this goes. You know, I mean, it's a very interesting thing. I was more than impressed with his effort in the Colts uniform at 45 years old. Or whatever, was it 45?
Yeah, whatever he is. And on top of that, I would say this though, Tony. I would have Josh Allen be part of the process. I would include him in the. I really would. I would. It's the same kind of thing Lamar's going through in Baltimore. It's like you got to have the right guy with these kind of marquee quarterbacks, because if that goes south, the whole thing will fall apart. So I would have Josh Allen as part of that decision-making process. I would personally.
Yeah, totally. And by the way, I see Escobar Cheeks leaving the show. He has a meeting. Pizza Escobar. I wanted to show Escobar was on Cron 4 yesterday on a news segment, and I have the video. I wanted to show it at some point during the show. So we'll try to get to that. And if Escobar, if you can check out the show later on tonight, you'll see that we'll give you some love from the.
You know what I want to do? I'd rather save it to Monday because I want Escobar to be present for that, so he can interact. So hold that, put that on ice, Tony. That's another thing you can put on ice. Put Escobar on ice for now, and then because I want him to be present when we're doing that. Have a good weekend, Escobar. Be good, man.
And I think Escobar met Cron Chris yesterday too.
Good.
So there we go. Okay. Sorry about that, peeps.
Are we still going with supers?
No. We finished the supers, and we got the musical assignment. We got hot and sour picks to do, and
we're gonna go Long Bridge Pizza. We're gonna go hot and sour. We're gonna go music assignment. We're gonna go stellar design, and then we're out. It's just going to go down like that. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, Tony, starting with Longbridge Pizza. I want to talk. In fact, Neil and I had a little exchange earlier today, kind of forecasting or looking ahead. I believe next Tuesday, Tony and I will reunite physically in person, and we are going to do the show together at Tony's Longbridge studio. So look forward to that next week. We'll do a live show together in the same room. We had a lot of fun doing that, so we're going to bring that back. But in the meantime, Golden State Warriors lost last night, and that game was in Dallas. I know Kuminga hurt his knee. He had to leave. Steph Curry, again, I mean, the poor bastard. He's out there. He scores 38 points. That is the take two. That is the 14th time this year Steph Curry has hit for 30 or more. And what's really distressing is that it's not routine, but I would be willing to wager 4 or 5, maybe 6 of those games the Warriors lost. Mm-hmm. And that's what drives me crazy. Steph has these monster nights and the Warriors lose. It was really frustrating. Kuminga's knee is not supposed to be that serious, but I bring that up because when the Warriors come back home, Longbridge Pizza is the perfect destination as a pregame, like a meetup. You have some dinner, and then you walk over to the Chase Center and catch the game. Same thing, whether it might be a concert. You could also apply that same model to Giants games when baseball comes back in a couple of months. But in the meantime, I just love the fact that Longbridge has really organically kind of become like our clubhouse. It's kind of like the epicenter of the whole PMP show and community. And it's like, you walk in there like everybody knows. Tony, sometimes you want to go where Neil Donardi's flipping pies. Fum, 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 fum. And you can't believe your eyes. Fum, fum, fum. Sometimes you want to go where Donardi's flipping pies. Better, better, bum, bum. That's my new song. I just made it up for Neil. But it's true. You do want to go where everybody knows your name. And that's Longbridge Pizza. It is like a family affair down there. And then the food. Listen, again, the one thing I take very seriously in this world, I should be serious about more stuff, but I'm not. I am very serious about my pizza, and I'm putting my rep on the line, my name, everything. This is great pizza at Longbridge. Get down there, discover it for yourself. I know a lot of you have already been anointed. You've been baptized courtesy of Longbridge Pizza. But for the uninitiated, get down to Longbridge. You'll be thanking me. You'll be like, dude, the sourdough crust, dude, the polymac particle pie, dude, the Sophia, the Nico. It's all fantastic. The sandwiches on Wednesdays. That's a whole other thing you got to get involved with. Vinny's Gabagool. He's stacking up the deli meats a mile high. The chicken Parmesan sandwich that got Creative Tony to become meat curious once again. Even though chicken, I don't really call it meat, but it's like white meat. Tony become meat curious. He's dabbled again with it, and that means it's a hell of a sandwich if Tony's becoming meat curious again. And that goes, all the credit goes to Neil and all of the good people down at Longbridge Pizza. Nice. I'm jealous. You're making me very jealous. You're down there. You're wearing the gear. Tony, I'll let you kind of pick it up from here, but thank you, Neil. Where Neil Donardi's flipping pies. Flum, 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 flum. Yeah. Go ahead.
Flum, flum, flum. I can't. You talked about the food, and I'm going to talk about the people for a second. It's the vibe that's created, and then you're going to sit down and have an incredible pizza with the sourdough crust.
Hells yeah. Yeah.
So one of my favorite things to do is to, after I eat my pizza all the way to the crust, and then this is at home, of course, but you could do this at Longbridge as well. Get a side of some olive oil and just dunk.
The
crust into a pool of olive oil.
I'm such a fiend, dude. You could pour olive oil in a shot glass and I would whack it down. I love olive oil. Love it.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me freaking too. I have at least a couple of tablespoons every day, man. I love olive oil. So anyways, and then you've also got like the Calabrian chilies that they use on their pizzas. They got the Mama's Little peppers that they use. The local tomatoes that they use. They make the sauce in-house. Neil makes the pizzas. They got a great staff. They got Gabino, they got Andre, they got Emmanuel, they got Jorge, they got Steven. All these guys creating the vibe at Longbridge Pizza. That's why we love them so much. And then again, the beers. Don't sleep on the beers because they have a nice little spicy pie, and then you have a nice cold beer with it. Come on. And again, they're all about the local mom and pop businesses, supporting the local mom and pop breweries, supporting the local mom and pop the bread makers, butchers. It's all about family for Neil Donardi, Andrew Markoulis, Longbridge Pizza. So thank you guys so much for all of the support. Finally, if you want to hire Longbridge Pizza and Neil Donardi, get in touch with Neil Donardi, longbridgepizza.com, or neil@longbridgepizza.com if you want to email Neil. That's Neal, like surreal Neil.
Or like Neil Cassidy, Cowboy Neil
Cassidy.
at the wheel, the bus to Never Never Land. Coming around, y'all. Coming around. Bow, 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 bow. Anyway, sorry. Little other one detour right there. Yeah.
All damn day.
Yeah.
But Neil@longbridgepizza.com if you want to email him and ask and inquire about him coming to your private party or to cater an event that you are involved with. He will pop up and do it, and he'll set up his 3 ovens. He'll have 3 of them spinning, and he'll be churning out pizzas, and you'll be like, God bless America, this is damn good. So anyways, check it out on the catering end of Longbridge Pizza as well. We love these guys. Tuesday to Sunday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. And the Warriors are out of town until next Friday, but when they're back in town, get over there. And then, like you said, Paulie, when baseball season starts, definitely before the 2027 season lockout, get to Longbridge during baseball season.
Yeah, Tony's not kidding. And thank you, Longbridge. You're the freaking best. And Rags reminding us also, it's not just Neil Cassidy. Neil Sean, great guitar player who lives right up the street from me, actually. Is from, I've been told. He spells his name Neal also. Rags, great pull. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, Neil Sean, great one. Okay, Tony, it's time for our hot and sour picks. We've whittled it down to 2 games. Tony's going to take NFC. I'm going to take AFC. We're going to make this a quick one because there's only 2 games to talk about. But why don't you go first? No, what do you got, T? Sorry, what do you got?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh no.
Utah, give me 2.
Nice.
Slices. 2 slices.
there we go.
All nice, Tony. Well done. Good placements. Very nice.
I'm gonna go first, Paulie, then you're gonna wrap it up. Okay.
Sure.
I am just gonna I've been saying this all week, and I'm gonna stick to my guns. And we never did get the poll going because there was just Kahoot or something on StreamYard we had to download. So we'll try it on YouTube one of these days. We'll get a poll going, live poll during the show. I'm all Seahawks, and the Seahawks are favored by 2.5 points, which is the perfect Vegas line. 2.5 points, just under the home field advantage because these teams are so evenly matched.
Right.
I'm taking Seattle, and I'm giving the 2.5 points to the Rams, and I'm taking it because I think they'll win by at least a field goal. I think the Seahawks win it all, to be honest with you. And I think the Seahawks are just too good to be stuck. And the Rams are playing damn good ball as well. So this is going to be a battle of a game, and it's going to come down to a field goal. And so I think the 2.5 points is the perfect spread, but I'm still taking it. Sammy Darnold. I'm going with Sammy Darnold. I'm going with the defensive mind of Mike McDonald and that Seahawks defense that just has shut down the Niners twice in the last 3 weeks. The fact that the Niners didn't even score a touchdown in either game was really an upsetting thought to me today while I was driving into the show.
Me too. Me too. I know, man. A divisional playoff game, we muster up 2 field goals. Wow. Yeah.
It's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Please. Oh, by the way, hold on a second. This is just out of nowhere, but I want to get this super on right now. Patty from Napa. She says, please play the Broads of PMP song before the show ends. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Patty, your wish is my command. Absolutely. Do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, and then PMP Carlos De La Fuente says, shout out the Laugh Olympics cartoon and the Scooby Doobies. I liked Doobies at age 8.
Nice, man. Yeah, shout out to Shaggy. Okay, Shaggy and the Mystery Machine. Dude, the name of the rig. Yeah, it's my Mystery Machine. Yeah.
I love Scooby Doo. And by the way, shout out to Scooby Snacks. What were Scooby Snacks, Paulie?
Scooby Snacks, that's something for the munchies, something to quell the munchies,
Exactly. And then, wait a second. Hang on a second. Dom Peralta, the big poll is up, Tony. 42 votes so far. LA, 52% so far. YouTube is the way for polls. Upper right corner, y'all. So if you're watching on YouTube at Polymax Particles on YouTube, make sure you smash that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe. If you want to become a member of the PNP VIP, you can do that as well on the bottom corner of the screen. But get involved in the poll as well. 42 votes so far. I'm going for Seattle. Carlos De La Fuente and I were texting earlier today. He said that he's going for Seattle. I know Noemi's going for Seattle, but it's right down the middle. And I'm taking the Seahawks, Paulie. I think that defense is going to be too much for Stafford. I think it's going to be too, and I think they need to watch that video of last week and the way Stafford relies on Puka. If they can D up on Puka at the line of scrimmage, because all those short passes to Puka were crushers against the Bears last week. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they defend. And McDonald's a very good defensive coach, so we'll see how they defend Puka Nacua, but it's going to be a freaking battle. And as far as a football fan, I'm excited to watch a really good football game because it's going to be a really good football game.
I love everything you said. That was a good breakdown. Yeah. And pardon me, I got to say that it was pretty amazing to watch the Chicago Bears shut down Matt Stafford to the point where you got to consider this is a big deal. Matt Stafford, for the first time all year, did not throw a touchdown pass in that game against Chicago. That's the only time that's happened. So the Bears essentially frustrated Stafford enough that he didn't have his normal game, not even a single touchdown throw. Now, the one thing about that game, I got to say, to look at the other side of things, is that Sam Darnold, I believe all time, is 1-4 against McVay and the Rams. He has not played well. He's not played well against the Rams. You are correct, though, when you say, like, look at what that Seattle defense did to Kyle Shanahan's offense. Like, I know we didn't have the horses out there. I know Kittle went down. I get all that, but generally, Shanahan has answers for that kind of stuff. Like, okay, you're out. We're gonna try some other wrinkles, and he couldn't do anything. Like the Niners could not do anything in that game. We couldn't run the ball. We couldn't throw the ball. And I credit that Seattle defense, like you said, Tony. So I got no problem with your pick. I think the game could go either way. It wouldn't shock me if the Rams won. It wouldn't shock me if Seattle wins. What I'm hoping for is a tight game. I just want a good competitive 4 quarters of football, and whoever's standing at the end of the thing, fine, I'll take it, and we'll go from there. Because at the end of the day, we all know this. Like, we're Niner fans, dude. I hate both these teams. Let's just come out and say it. F the Seahawks, F the Rams. It's like our worst nightmare as far as a matchup goes. But you could on Monday, dude, you might be right. It might be about this Seattle defense, but we'll see. It's going to be a good test because Stafford, McVay, he's going to be out there with the spikes, the hair. He'll be running around. Yep. I'm just saying we could get ourselves a good ball game. At least that's my hope.
Hey, on that note, Paulie, last thing, I just went back to look at because I remembered it was a 17-13 win for the Niners in week 1 over Seattle, but still, they only held the Niners to 17 points. Purdy threw 2 picks. He threw 277 yards passing. McCaffrey was 22 carries for 69 yards. Without Pearsall in that game, I don't know if they win that game. He had 4 catches for 108 yards. McCaffrey 9 catches for 73 yards. So interesting. That Seattle D's no joke, man. They're
no, they're not. We have a reminder from our art director. Guys, don't forget McVay on a wave as he has kept his stress levels down this week. He's been paddling out, surfing. I know a lot of people do that to relax. They get meditative out there on the water and stuff. In my next life, I'm going to surf. I'm going to wait till my next life. Yeah, there you go. There he is right there. That looks like a pretty relaxed head coach to me. He's got the curled toes going. You know what I mean? He's got the mittens. I don't know, Tony. He looks like he's relaxed.
Oh, dude, absolutely, man. And there's a video in Bookmarks that I would love to show before the end of the show of McVay doing it was after the Rams gave up that touchdown to the Bears and Caleb Williams, that that last second off the back foot throw, 50-yard throw to was that Cole Kmet? I think
it was the tight end. I'm forgetting.
Or Loveland. Was it Loveland? It was Loveland.
Yeah, that's right.
Loveland or Kmet, I forget.
Yeah.
But there's a video, man, that it's funny where he is screaming his mind off at this team. But there it is. Stand by. Let me just play this real quick, and then you can get to your pick, okay? Because this is, I gotta say, if I was playing for this guy, I get it. It would fire me up too. So stand by, and we'll get the volume up on this too. So hang on one sec. This is McVay with the whole team after they gave up that touchdown to the Bears.
We are winning this game. Whatever happens, who cares? Move on. Be present. Let's go. Let's go. Get it up in here. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
listen, it worked. One thing led to another. They won that game. I mean, listen, McVay, it's easy to break his balls, but I do think he's been a pretty good big game coach. If you look at his record, he's actually does pretty well in these kind of matchups. This is going to be a real tough test for him. Okay, real quick, I'll give you my pick in the AFC, but first, shout out to our good friend Patrick Patton. He is the creator of Particle Land. Welcome to Particle Land. Patrick Patton goes, Paulie Mac, you got to start surfing before it's too late. I feel you. I've thought about it a million times. I'm a huge fan and admirer of surfing. I just got into it very late in life. I'll sit there, I'll watch surfers and I'm satisfied. Just watching those guys. I'm like, damn. Noemi too. Surfing is very meditative. I know. I hear all about it. All right. Anyway, guys, let me give you my AFC thing. Tony, what's the spread in the AFC? Do you have an updated spread for me?
4.5. Denver is 4.5 home dogs.
All right.
They're getting 4.5 points, bud.
I got to tell you the truth, man. I have a lot of respect for the New England Patriots. I think they can be beaten. I do. I don't think the Patriots are an unbeatable team. Their biggest flaw is that their quarterback, who, this kid could win a freaking MVP. It's possible. Drake May, he can't hold on to the rock. He fumbles like it's going out of style. So if I'm Denver, I'm hacking away, dude. Every time I can get close, get a hand on his wrist, karate chop that arm, just like Hong Kong Phooey #1 super guy. Give him a chop. You know what I mean? Give him a chop to the wrist. See if he can, jar that ball loose. And again, the biggest story, obviously, with this game is that Denver doesn't have their quarterback. They got Stidham, bro. Here comes Stidham. Guy hasn't thrown a pass in over a year. I think it's been closer to 2 years, really. But like Seattle, Tony, they have a legitimate defense. And playing in Mile High is not easy under any circumstance. It's not easy in a preseason game in August. Certainly not going to be easy in sub-zero, which I expect it to be. It's going to be cold up there in Denver. And you got the oxygen, the high altitude. It's going to be a really interesting. I am not writing Denver off. I'm not totally dismissing Denver because I'm not that convinced about the Pats. Like watching the Patriots struggle against the Charger defense a couple of weeks ago, I thought was kind of a wake-up call because they were on their own field in that game. Granted, that was the game that what's-his-face almost got killed and murdered on the field.
Yeah, Herbert.
Dude, there was that one play. They got him high and low, dude, like an accordion. Yeah. His top was getting bent. It was awful. That poor kid. I'm sure he's still sitting on a bag of ice. But my takeaway from that game was, dude, New England cannot do anything against this Charger defense. Now they got to go take on a better defense in Denver. So I think this might be more of a game than people expect. Again, with respect to the Patriots, but I give Denver a puncher's chance in this game. But
do you think they cover? They may not win the game, but do you think they cover? They're getting 4.5 points.
I just don't know what to say about Stidham. I don't know what he's going to be able to bring to the table. So I don't know. So that's the reason I am going to take the Patriots in this game. I'll lay the 4 points with Denver, but I would be happy. Like if Denver gives him a good fight, I'd be happy. What do you think about it? At the end of the day, my formal pick will be the Patriots giving 4. I'm taking the Pats, but I'm not sold that they're like this invincible force of nature. They can be beaten, the Patriots.
Paulie, what I want to say is I was going to try to play something, but
What can I say? I'm thrilled.
Yeah,
I'm thrilled that we get to watch a couple of former Niners in this game and maybe play a big role in the defensive effort in Denver. I
want Dre Greenlaw. That would be like the best possible scenario. Would be Dre Greenlaw playing in the Super Bowl after he got hurt last time he was there. I love where your head's at, dude. Hey, listen, go Donkeys. You know what I mean? Go Donkeys, man. Broncos, do what you got to do. But again, I think the Patriots probably find a way to win this game. They're very well coached. So are the Broncos. But again, dude, Stidham. That's the thing. Stidham.
Also, the Patriots road record, I think they have like 1 loss on the road or something this year.
They're better on the road than they are at home. The Patriots, they were this year, which is really unusual. All right, Tony, we're speeding into the final segment of the show. It is time for the musical assignment. Want to remind everybody, our dearly aforementioned community member Noemi Lady Catalina. She will join us next week as our host. If you would like to be a guest sponsor of the music assignment or Hot and Sour Picks or Tony's Top 3 or everybody's new favorite fun game, Right or Wrong, which we haven't even played yet, we're going to bust that out next week. We would love to have you. pauliespod@gmail.com. Just reach out, email, tell us what you want to do, make a donation to the show. Bam, you'll join us on the air. It's that easy. Thank you, Dan. Yeah, I got this in freaking Venice, man. He's
Nice.
complimenting my Italy shirt. Yeah, I got this when I was in Venice a couple of years ago. We'll be talking soon. You're all going to hear a lot more from Dan very soon. NorCal Dan, that's our guy. I hope you're feeling better too. I know you had that procedure. I hope you're feeling better, brother. Yeah.
Hey, on that note of the musical assignment and sponsoring musical assignment, again, on our YouTube page at Polymax Particles, click the links tab and you can go to our merch page and you can sponsor any of the segments that we do, including Hot and Sour, including the bookmarks, including stubs, including musical assignment. But Paulie, I wanted to just give love again to last week's musical assignment, David Basham, aka Napa Dude. He was phenomenal. Everybody that has sponsored the musical assignment so far has been so damn good, and it just goes to show we want people to get involved in the show because of the personalities and the content that you guys create for the show for everybody. So David, thank you again for a
He was killer. I love that dude. I really do. I hope you're out there, Dave. I know you're keeping those weird hours driving around. I hope you're enjoying the show because we enjoyed you very much. And I know we'll see you again soon. When we have our next outing, we're going to announce it soon. We'll make sure that you can attend, or we'll try. Because we'd love to hang and have a couple drinks with you, man.
Heck yeah, man. And also just Sweet Mad Hatter, Aaron Kask, Bonnie, Patty from Napa. Everybody's been fantastic. So thank you so much. And Paulie, again, Lily Merchant is the one who sponsored the musical assignment and gifted it to a broad of PMP. This broad is going to be Noemi Catalina, who lives in California, and she'll join us next Friday. But for this week, Paulie, and by the way, I was going to play the open because we got to give Shannon Kaler some love. Stand by.
Peep this, particle heads. PMP's weekly musical assignment begins now, right now.
Thank you, Tony, very, very much. So we made this quick, easy, and simple for everybody to digest today, and we'll do the listener submissions first. Did Dom get the list over to you, Tony? I haven't seen it. I don't know.
I'm looking for it right now, Paulie. Continue.
Okay, so what we decided to do, keeping it nice and easy, is since we spent a lot of time this week talking about the NFC Championship, we're NFC guys. I know all of you are too, being 49er fans. So we said, listen, why don't we just do it like honor each city? You'd pick one song from a Los Angeles artist or a song about Los Angeles, and same applies for Seattle. Either a band, a musician from Seattle, or a song about Seattle. Nice and easy. Creative Tony, I'll let you walk us through the PMP community submissions first, if you have.
So I do. I have it from Dom. Dom,
thank you, Dom. Thank you. So you have no idea how much that helps us. Thank you, Dom, very much for that.
And Dom, before we compile that, or before we go through the list that you compiled, can you give us a poll update on the chat? Give us a poll update on the chat. Okay. I'd love to know what's going on with the poll, because if you had to make a choice, Seahawks or Rams, we want to know where you're going this weekend. So Paulie starts off with Patty from Napa. She says her LA band or LA song, Linda Ronstadt, Tumbling Dice, and Heart Magic Man. Magic Man. So Patty,
I endorse both tracks. It's both two good ones, Patty.
Ooh, okay. Noemi next. She goes The Doors with Soul Kitchen and Sir Mix-a-Lot, Baby's Got Back.
That song was a big, it was front and center this week. We talked about that a lot. Yes, Noemi.
Well, we pulled up a picture of Sir Mix-a-Lot standing on
the butt cheeks.
Ass cheeks. Next up is William, which is also known as the Sweet Mad Hatter, another great musical assignment participant. He says The Doors, Peace Frog. Dude, I love that song.
Blood on the streets, it's up to my ankle. Bump, bump, bump. Blood in the street, it's up to my thighs. I'm due for some Doors. I gotta listen to some Doors. I'm due.
Yeah, I love it, dude. And he also said Sir Mix-a-Lot, Baby's Got Back. So how about William? How about Sweet Mad Hatter and Noemi on the same page with The Doors and Sir Mix-a-Lot? That's pretty cool.
Love it. Love it.
Pine Needle says, you know what? F Seattle. I'm not giving you a Seattle song. I'm giving you two LA songs.
Nice. Good man. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Yes.
He says Under the Bridge, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Good one.
That's probably their biggest hit of all time, don't you think?
I would say so. Yeah.
Yeah. And then oh dude, then he says West LA Fade Away by The Dead, man.
I'll take that 10 times out of 10. Yeah.
Dude, remember, was it Fish? They played West LA Fade Away with Phil. Was it Phil and Bobby, or is it just Phil? What?
I'm not
Shoreline.
sure. You got to tell me.
Oh God, I can't remember which one. But
I'm going to say one thing. I'm going to say one thing about you guys' fish right now. I'm going to say this right now. I believe this in my heart and soul. Don't know why I'm getting this, but I've been receiving this signal from the particle universe. And here we go. The next time Tony's band Fish plays, Tony's a big Fish fan. The next time that they gig, I don't know which night it's going to be, but it'll be within the first couple of shows they play. And I'm not even the biggest Fish fan. I have no business talking like this, but I'm throwing this out there. I think Fish is going to play Playing in the Band by the Grateful Dead because Trey loves Bobby. Bobby has played Playing in the Band with Fish as a guest, and Trey played Playing in the Band with Fare Thee Well, with Phil and Bobby and Mickey and Billy Hornsby. So I can feel it coming. I'm just telling you right now, Tony, I feel it coming. There's a Playing in the Band out there, and Fish is going to play that for Bobby. Just heads up. Yeah.
Absolutely love it. And by the way, yes, the West LA fadeaway at Shoreline was with Bobby, and I was there for that. It was so freaking good. Moving on, Aaron Kask says, you know what? FLA. I'm not giving you an LA song. I'm just going to give you a
everyone's getting
song.
upset. This game is upsetting everybody. I know no one's happy about this. That includes me. But go ahead. Go.
But he says Come As You Are by Nirvana is my Seattle song. So that's Aaron Kask saying FLA. Beautiful. I'm going to Seattle, Come As You Are. Miriam up next, she says F Seattle. I'm not giving you a Seattle song. I'm just going to give you an LA song. And she goes from the Steve Miller Band, Keep On Rocking Me, Baby. Keep on rocking me, baby.
Northern California, where the girls are warm, so I could be with my sweet baby. Yeah, dude, I need some Miller. I need some Miller. I need some Doors. The music assignment gets my juices going, man. It reminds me. I need to hear that. Anyway, Tony, keep it coming. I love this.
I love the Steve Miller Band greatest hits was some of the first music I like. Really, I don't know, resonated with me as more of a rock and roller. Yeah. And early days of high school. And man, dude, Wild Mountain Honey, dude.
Yes, 100%.
Underrated. Moving on. Corinne says, you know what? FLA. I'm not giving you an LA song. I'm just going to give you a Seattle song. And she says, Jimi Hendrix, All Along the Watchtower.
Thanks. Somebody had to throw some Hendrix in there. Thank you. I was waiting for it. Thank you. Of course. Perfect.
Great job.
Yep.
Greg Trela, he says FLA also. I'm not giving you an LA song.
This is crazy. Wow. Okay.
It's the best. And he says Down in a Hole by Alice in Chains. Great.
Now you're freaking talking. Now you're talking. Yes.
Great call. That's great.
Down in a hole. Yeah.
I gotta say, man, Greg Trela's calls every week. He's on fire every week because he's just great choices. Carlos De La Fuente says Whoa, that's interesting. Maybe he's not saying F Seattle because I know he's pulling for Seattle. He didn't give a Seattle song. He just said Tangerine Dream. Love on a Real Train, Tangerine Dream is that?
I know it. That's from Risky Business, dude. Great pull, dude. Great pull, Los D. He knows. Los knows what's going on. Yeah,
Los, man. Los, you know, he always claims I don't know music like you guys. You know what? No, I disagree, Los. I disagree. That you're on it, dude. He was talking Club Nouveau yesterday. Come on. Don Peralta says from LA, Black Flag's Nervous Breakdown from LA.
Dommy, phenomenal. That's one of my favorite Black Flag songs. I'm about to have a nervous breakdown. My head really hurts. Great track. Dude. Yeah.
So good. And then he says from Seattle, Temple the Dog. Great call, Dom. Temple the Dog, Call Me a Dog, which is, dude, great call, man. That's not there's Say Hello to Heaven, there's Hunger Strike, but you got Call Me a Dog. Great call. Jerome checking in. Santeria by Sublime from LA. Voodoo Child by Hendrix for Seattle.
Another Jimmy. Now you're talking. Keep them coming. I love it.
Stevie B says Time Was by Canned Heat.
Woohoo! Okay.
Right? I did not see that coming.
No.
Nice work, Stevie B. And then he's, Mind Riot by Soundgarden. Wow. Good polls, man. Good polls. Not
very good, Stevie B. Nice. What is Rex on? What?
Rags.
What?
Rags. The song Never Enough by LA Guns for Rags.
Okay. Nice, dude. Nice. LA Guns. Oh yeah. Rags is a rocker, man. Rags rocks.
God, I love it. It. Jessica, aka Beat LA, she says Los Angeles is Burning by Bad Religion.
Okay.
Right? I love it. And then she says Francis Farmer Will Have Her Revenge on Seattle by Nirvana.
Great song. Great song. I love it. Those are two really good ones.
Damn, I did not see that Nirvana song coming. That's great. Or the Bad Religion. Great call, Jessica. And then finally, Greg, aka We Don't Need No Stinky Badges, checks in. He says, "The End" by The Doors for LA.
Walk on down the hall. Yeah. Mother, yes, son. Yes. Father, yes, son. I want to kill you. Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah, cool. Come on in. Like when he said,
and then for Seattle,
doors open. Come on in. Yeah, doors open. Come on in, you guys. Yeah.
That's right. Rest in peace, Val Kilmer. Dude, Val Kilmer's job in the Doors movie is just phenomenal. If you have not seen the Doors movie, I cannot recommend
Val
it.
Kilmer with Tom Cruise in that freaking Maverick movie. I got a little emotional, but I started getting all teared up and stuff. You know, it's like, damn.
I loved Top Gun Maverick. How long did it take for you to see that? I begged you for
a long time. It took me a long time. It's a good movie. I was trying to tell Tony it's a good movie. He was resisting it. I tried to tell him. Yeah. Yeah. He wouldn't listen. I'm like, you really got to see this, man. By the way, you know what else too? Shout out Jennifer Connelly. That doesn't hurt either. You throw her in the mix, all of a sudden, everyone's interested. Okay.
Sorry. And then Hendrix by Purple Haze by Hendrix for Greg Stinking Badges for his Seattle song. Thank you all for emailing polyspod@gmail.com. Those were all
big time. Okay, 2 footnotes and then I'll go, then you go, then Stellar Design, then we're out. Okay. Yep. For starters, Leg of Lamb. Good to see you back in the mix, Leg of Lamb. Nice to see you. He goes, dude, just give me the whole single soundtrack. Great call. I have it on vinyl. I got that on vinyl. Yeah, it's really good.
Don Peralta checking in. He said Patrick Patton checked in and he said Jane's Addiction's Mountain Size and Soundgarden's Outshined. So there we go. Want to get that in there for Patrick Patton. There's also great calls in the chat all over the place, Paulie. John Denver, Rocky Mountain High for the Denver Broncos. Arkansas Dave is saying that's good.
Hey, why not? Hey, Arkansas Dave, why not? We left the AFC out entirely. And then this is not like a music assignment thing, but it's a comment. And Corinne, you've said this before. Every time you say this, my head starts spinning. Corinne just casually dropped this in the middle of your reading the submission. She goes, by the way, I saw Jimi Hendrix at the Fillmore. Carry on. And Corinne, I got about 8 million questions because if I could go see anybody I missed, it would be Hendrix, Zeppelin, and throw Miles Davis in there too. But Hendrix and Zeppelin would be the two big ones. I really, really, really wish I could have seen them play. Okay, Tony, may I go first today?
Yes, but I want to give one more shout out to it was I think it was Big Alan Chico. What did he say? Yeah, Star Dog Champion by Mother Love Bone, dude.
Ooh, okay.
Great call. That's a flex right there, Big Al. Way to come strong, dude. Sorry. Go. I just saw that on the chat.
You're good. You're good, man. You're good. All right. So I'm going to make this nice and easy, nice and quick. One Seattle band goes first, and I decided to take an LA band, a Seattle band, and each song I take has an animal in the title. Just worked out that way. It was kind of coincidental. But I'm going to start with this. My favorite Nirvana record, In Utero. If you don't have it, get it. It's just like the real stuff right here. It's not as poppy as Nevermind, but the songs it's more of a punk rock album, and I love this record. Anyway, the track I'm going to do is Very Ape. All right. Track number 1 from Seattle. Track number 2 from one of my favorite LA bands before Perry Farrell melted down in public. The first Jane's Addiction record. This is hard to find, by the way. Thank you, Barry at Red Devil. I had to this is a really tough record to find. Their first album on vinyl. I got it. Name of the track, Pigs in Zen. Pigs in Zen. How about this for a lyric too? The pig is nude, unashamed. Pigs in Zen. Pigs in Zen. Talking about the pig. The pig is nude, unashamed. I love that lyric. Okay. Pigs in Zen, Very Ape. Tony, wrap it up strong. Come strong.
What a freaking track, an opening track too. My goodness. I'm going to go my LA track first. I love the band Rage Against the Machine.
Nice.
I love everything they stand for, everything they stood for. I love Tom Morello. I love what Tom Morello is doing now. I love Tom Morello's son following in his footsteps and all the footage that they're putting out on social media, the two of them jamming together. I freaking love that band. Their first 3, 4, whatever, all their music that they put out. I loved it. Was a combination of funk and metal and rap and anger and protest. And I just love everything about that band. So I'm going Rage Against the Machine. And I'm going, this was a tough choice for me. I wanted to originally go Bomb Track because it's off their first album. And it's just it's a 1, 2, 3, and it's just another bum, bum, bum. So, but I'm not going to do bomb track. I'm going to go a little bit more current 2000. I'm going to go Renegades of Funk. Ba-down, ba-down, ba-da-dum, ba-down. We're the Renegades of Funk. So I'm going Renegades of Funk.
Nice pull, Tony. I didn't see that coming. Good call. We need some Rage on the playlist.
Oh.
That's good. Yeah.
Dude, I only saw them once, and it was one of the most energetic shows I've ever seen.
Oh,
ever seen. It was a throwdown. Zach De La Roca, like the whole band, but it's just a throwdown. And the rhythm section of that freaking band, my God. Anyways, moving on for my Seattle selection. I'm going Pearl Jam. Pearl Jam hat.
Nice.
My love for Pearl Jam runs so freaking deep. Their new album called Dark Matter, I cannot recommend it enough. I listen to it often. It's the fact that they're putting out that kind of material this late in their career. It's just fantastic. And I keep hearing, speaking of Jane's Addiction, I keep hearing that Stephen Perkins rumor. I hope that comes true. But I'm going to go back to the album Versus.
Ooh.
There is a song on there, and it kind of, this is a forced choice that we're making everybody choose, right? This Rams or Seattle game. And it's kind of like, I'm indifferent about this game. And there's a song called Indifference. And it's one of my favorite songs that they've ever made. And to follow up 10 with Verses is one of the greatest follow-up albums in the history of rock and roll, if you ask me. And Indifference, I saw them close the Warfield show with that song, and it was epic. And
you were at Particle Land that night, weren't you?
Oh God, yeah.
Okay.
God, yeah.
Just checking.
Yeah. You know, but how much difference does it make is the song that is the lyric, and I will hold the candle till it burns up my arm. Anyways,
yeah.
So anyways, Indifference, because that's how I feel about this game. But if I had to choose, I'm taking Seattle because I do like Darnold, and I'm rooting for Darnold at the end of the day. But Indifference, Pearl Jam, those are my two songs.
Perfect. Tony, great choices. And I salute both of them. And for all of you interested parties out there, all you got to do is go over to Spotify and search for this PMP26. We've started the new playlist. I will add all of these tracks. And since Hendrix got multiple votes from the listeners, I'll put a Watchtower on there, because I've already put Voodoo Child on there from last year. So we'll start, but we got a lot of Hendrix kind of submissions. So I'll go Jimi Hendrix all on the Watchtower, Tony's 2 tracks, Renegades of Funk, Indifference, my 2 tracks, Very Ape, and Pigs and Den. And closing moments of the show, Tony, I want to rave about Stellar Design. They are the San Francisco Bay Area based industrial design studio shaping the future of product innovation. In fact, big announcement today from the good people at Stellar Design. How about this? Goha has officially won, just like CMC. It's a winner's Friday. Goha has won the best new product of the year at the Tropical Plant International Expo in Florida. I got to tell you the truth. I would love to go to the Tropical Plant Expo in Florida. That would be fun, dude. Walk around, look at all these plants, get a Goha.
Yeah.
Talk to other plant lovers. I've become a big plant guy, dude. I'm a plant head. Love my plants, love my flowers. Patty, the roses are doing great, by the way. But thank you guys again for the roses after Bobby died. Must have been the roses. They are planted right outside my kitchen window, and they're looking good. They're looking very good out there. So thanks again for that. And now back to Stellar Design. Listen, you know Don Peralta. He's one of us. He's a talented, super hyper-talented dude. And he and they will create award-winning design with a meaningful connection between people, product, and brand. So whether you're an individual with an idea, a startup, a Fortune 500 company, Stellar Design offers partnership to achieve out-of-this-world design. Please do visit stellar.design and make design impact. Again, stellar.design is the webpage. You want to email Dom directly and just rap with him and talk to him about some of the ideas you have that he can help you out with, bringing stuff to life. Email Dom at dominic@stellar.design. Dominic@stellar.design. Creative Tony, I want to wish everybody in the audience a very happy weekend. You enjoy the championship games. Look at that big ribbon on the freaking Goha. That's where it belongs, man. That's where it freaking belongs. Dom, great work with that. Rags, you enjoy your Goha too during the blizzard. Go nuts. You know what I mean? Lock the door and do what you got to do, man. Or maybe go over into the squirt room that we established today. Rags has a squirt room in his house, according to my vision. You know, tarps on the floor, the whole thing. Hey, Aaron Cass, Don Peralta, Escobar Cheeks, you're back. What's up, Escobar? We're going to play your video from Cron on Monday because I want you to be around when we do that. Patty from Napa, Rags in Jersey, be well. Yeah, enjoy yourself, Rags. I'll be in touch. Miguel, Patrick Patton, Arkansas Dave, Big Al, Pine Needle, love all of y'all. Creative Tony, take us home if you could.
Dude, by the way, I just love the chat. You guys are just on fire as usual. And yes, Escobar, when you left the show, we talked about how we wanted you to see the see us show you on Cron. So we're going to do that on Monday. And thank you all for everything in the chat. I noticed Little J in the chat said that he picked Indifference as well. Dude,
nice.
Great minds, Little J. Great job. Pearl Jam for life. And just thank everybody for all the submissions on polyspot@gmail.com. Thank you for the chat. Thank you for always adding such great content to the show. It wouldn't be the same without all y'all chiming in. And well, hold on, Polly. Let me start this first. We're going to do this.
So say good night to the bad guy.
Okay. Then we're going to do, oh, come on. Then we're going to do,
Pelican fly. Come on, Pelican.
Right or wrong. Right or wrong.
Okay. Oh, you know what? And Patty asked. I'm sorry. Patty asked. And then we got to go. I'm sorry, Polly. Patty asked. Sorry. We got to just do, we'll do it quick. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the broads of PMP. Giants and Niners and pop culture takes. They bring the best every day. The broads of PMP. They're not the gals, they're not the dames, dropping facts that are so insane. More knowledge than you and me. It's the broads of PMP. The broads of PMP.
So good.
The broads of PMP.
There you go. Ooh.
The broads of PMP. Business hours are over, baby. It's business. It's business time.
Great week, you guys. Tony and I had a lot of fun. Creative Tony and I had a lot of fun, especially today. Today was a really fun show. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We definitely did. Arkansas Dave, Don Peralta, Patty, Noemi, Rags, Miguel, Corinne. We love all you guys. Have a great weekend. Jamar, you be good. Arkansas Dave, you be good. Matt Stenson, rock on, my brother. And Stevie B, have a great weekend, everybody. We'll be back on Monday at high noon. Enjoy the ball games, and we'll be back. We'll review it on Monday. Everybody be cool now. Cheers.
Peace, y'all.